Hey! It's been a couple days. I feel like my battery might die soon, so I really want to try and keep this update short and sweet, but it is January 28th. It's a Wednesday. Oh, and it literally just occurred to me that I haven't updated you guys on how many of our 10 eggs were mature and how many of those fertilized. So they called us about 24 hours after surgery this past Monday to give us our next big update. And I'm happy to report that God came through yet again. Throughout the 2 weeks of injections while they were monitoring my follicles, obviously they were all growing at different rates, different sizes, and so you never really know how many of them have good enough eggs to like make it out alive per se. And so at some point you can't take injections forever because then some will grow too big and then that's unsafe. But then there's always those slower, smaller ones that you want to give enough time to catch up without letting the other ones get too big. So it's a whole science. So out of all 10 that they retrieved, 8 were mature and all 8 fertilized. Like, just good news after good news. And I feel like these past, 3-4 days, I've been on such a high because we just feel closer than ever to meeting our future baby. This is the closest we've felt in 3.5 years of dealing with infertility. So it just offers a whole new level of hope and excitement, and just like, it's strengthening our faith on a whole new level, of course. But, you know, the protectiveness in me wants to be like, wait, pump the brakes, guard your heart. Like, I'm just kind of waiting for the other like shoe to drop because it just feels too good to be true after everything we've been through, like, and just being real with ourselves. Like, we have enough evidence to prove that like not everything has gone our way. Not everything has been smooth. I mean, overall, God has been in it and has been faithful, and like he has shown like his good graces through it all. But like, it hasn't been easy, obviously. There's still good and bad days. So I know that IVF is going to come with its own challenges, and it's going to be no different. But after seeing how well, like literally how well our egg retrieval went, and then getting such like over the top amazing news about retrieving 10 eggs, and then less than 24 hours we get more great news about having 8 fully mature eggs, and then all 8 of them were able to fertilize. Like, I'm just like, okay, God, like, what's happening here? Are you just setting the trend for all of the results to come to be just as great? And like, or are you just like letting us bask in this high now because the results aren't going to be as great? Like, I don't know, but I'm taking it as a giant win and a big blessing that we can even experience this feeling and be able to celebrate such great news and just soak it in while it lasts. And our next biggest update is going to be in 2 days. So we'll find out how many of the fertilized eggs actually made it to day 5 blastocyst. So this whole week they've just been growing in a petri dish, which is crazy to think about. And over time they will turn into blastocysts, which is like the stage that matters the most, because that's when they can really become like a full embryo that is able to be tested and like just get us one step closer to learning how many normal babies we were able to create, which is still such a wild thought. I really don't know what that's gonna feel like when we have that solid number after we do the embryo testing. Like, when we receive that result, like, what is that gonna feel like? Because we've never created life before. So like, just to know that we're gonna have hopefully at least one baby out of all of this, like just sitting in a fertility clinic in Tampa waiting on us, is gonna be a wild thought. and my camera's about to die. So let me wrap this up. I just wanted to capture the joy that I'm feeling right now because day 5 is right around the corner, and in case somehow this high doesn't last, I'm just trusting the process. I'm just trusting the process. And it's very, very common that these numbers are going to dwindle as time goes on because, yeah, nothing's perfect. Like, nothing's perfect, but miracles do happen. And I do feel like the egg retrieval was a miraculous experience, and it really just felt, honestly, so spiritual too. Like, it was so peaceful. It was filled with so much hope and gratitude. Like, I was joking with Alex last night that, like, I kind of want to redo Sunday morning because it was just such a sweet, intimate, special experience. And the fact that I got to share it with Alex and my mom, like, I did not want to leave the clinic because I felt so good. I couldn't stop crying. I just didn't want to leave that bubble of, like, euphoria. I don't know, it's the craziest thing. It definitely reminded me of my laparoscopy experience because that was such a positive experience that exceeded my expectations. It was miraculous from start to finish, in my opinion, and this was no different. So I felt closer to God than ever before. I felt his comfort in a very tangible way. Like, he was definitely in the room with me. And just to remember that I even woke up from anesthesia praying. Like, I vividly remember that. Once Alex pointed that out the other day, I remember that. And, like, I was literally under anesthesia. Like, I can't control myself. Like, I am out. So the fact that, like, the Lord woke me up praying, like, the Holy Spirit definitely interceded. He was the one in that room. He was the one controlling the doctor's hands. He was the one producing all 10 of those eggs, and it just felt so surreal. But I know the closer we get to Friday and the more this process goes on, the more days that pass, like, and we're gonna start finding out about these other results, like, it's just gonna become more real, which is great. It's gonna allow us to be one step closer to meeting our child, which is great, but also it just, like, I don't know, the numbers could disappoint us. Like, I literally have no idea. So I'm not gonna stop praying for big things and I'm praying that all 8 of these fertilized eggs make it so that we have the highest chances of getting normal embryos. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll truly only have to go through this once, which I definitely thought I'd have to do multiple egg retrievals, but if we get enough healthy embryos, like, we might be good. I just know God will give us the number that he wants to give us. His plan is perfect. And a lot of people have been praying extra hard this week, and that's definitely been felt, and I feel like prayers were definitely answered. So I pray that they continue to be answered and that we just continue to get great numbers. So after day 5, when we find out those results, they will biopsy them, send them off for genetic testing, which takes about 2 weeks. They'll be in the freezer in the meantime, and then after those 2 weeks, then we'll know how many are normal versus abnormal, aka how many healthy babies did we create. This is a wild process, but I'm here for the ride, and I hope you guys are too. And I can't believe my camera is literally not dying yet. I think the Lord is keeping this camera alive because I can't share this story without giving him the glory. I mean, it's just, his name is written all over it. It's way too obvious. And I just feel like that just adds a extra special layer to all of this because I just can't help but mention him when I talk about these big milestone moments and just how great this whole experience has been. I mean, it's no secret that God is literally doing all of this so that people can know his name. Like, because if you've been watching my videos for a while, or even since day 1, like, I can't talk about my infertility without talking about God. So, like, it's clear to me at least that he has a bigger plan and purpose for this, and he wants to reach somebody, even if it's just one person. He wants to use me for his glory. And he's writing a bigger story with all of this, bigger than anything we can probably see or imagine right now. And it just feels really cool to be a part of it and to feel so close to him during it. And the day is gonna come when we're all gonna celebrate this testimony together, because so many people are involved and it's just so cool. Like, and how many people can even say this about something like IVF or something like infertility? Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a very sensitive subject and it's still the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. But God and his goodness, like when you really surrender it all to him, like you get to taste his goodness. He makes the journey bearable. Like, he makes it all worth it, and he allows you to experience joy in the midst of your suffering. And it's possible. It's possible to turn the hardest season in your life into one of the best. And I know there's women out there who, no matter how much they've prayed or have surrendered their infertility to the Lord, like they're still struggling or they still can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But like, if that's you, don't give up. Don't give up, because your miracle, your blessing, the answer to your prayer might be right around the corner. If he can do it for me, he'll do it for you.